New tonight, a top doctor at the Salisbury VA Medical Center has been removed from his position tonight after being found to have mishandled complaints of sexual harassment against another doctor. WBTV has been investigating this for the past year, and Chief Investigative Reporter Nick Oxner has more on these latest developments.
A spokeswoman for the Salisbury VA confirmed to me this morning that Dr. Sabaru Pemaraju has been removed from his role as Chief of Staff at the Salisbury VA Medical Center. The move comes more than a year after an EEO hearing officer found Pemaraju should be permanently taken out of any supervisory position for failing to discipline a subordinate who is found to have credibly sexually harassed a medical center employee. We first uncovered the case and the hospital's failure to act on the hearing officer's recommendations last November. In July, we followed up, asking why Pemaraju was still on the job. But Hospital Director Joe Vaughn refused to answer our questions. Now we're told by multiple sources with knowledge of the matter that watchdogs with the Office of Accountability and Whistleblower Protection, a VA office set up by President Trump to investigate claims from internal whistleblowers and hold senior leaders accountable, that office ordered Pemaraju removed from his position after local leadership refused to act. Now, in the statement this morning from the Salisbury VA Medical Center spokeswoman, she denied that Pemaraju was removed by OAWP, but at the same time said that Whistleblower Office was still involved in an ongoing investigation into Pemaraju. Guys, back to you.
A report from the VA's watchdog finds widespread whistleblower retaliation by officials in charge of investigating complaints and protecting people who report wrongdoing.
Yeah, we first told you about this in May, about this investigation by the VA's Inspector General into the Office of Accountability and Whistleblower Protection. That office was created by President Trump to help weed out corruption in the agency. But WBTV's Chief Investigative Reporter Nick Oxner has been reporting for months that the office is doing the opposite, and it's happening right here in our area.
We first told you about the case of retired Army Lieutenant Colonel Joseph Edger in May. He was removed from his job as the #2 for VA healthcare in North Carolina and Virginia after filing a report with the VA's Office of Accountability and Whistleblower Protection. A new report released yesterday from the VA's OIG substantiates what happened to Edger and says it's part of a broader problem of retaliation against whistleblowers by former senior leaders in that office. How long have you been fighting the VA?
You know, this has been going on now for close to 15 months.
That was Joe Edger in May. Nearly half a year later, his case still hasn't been fully investigated. He's still not gotten any results. But on Thursday, he got a taste of vindication from this report detailing whistleblower retaliation from the former senior leaders at the VA's Office of Accountability and Whistleblower Protection. The report details ways in which the head of that office, Peter O'Rourke, failed to protect whistleblowers and even retaliated against people who tried to blow the whistle. That's exactly what Edger told us happened to him.
Harassment or intimidation and threats started to increase. So I started to question if the OWAP office kept my name disclosed as I had selected. Started really questioning that.
The new report prompted a strong rebuke from U.S. Representative Mark Takano, who chairs the House Committee on Veterans Affairs, who issued a statement saying in part, quote, "The Inspector General report leaves little doubt that VA's whistleblower office has failed to do its most important job, protect whistleblowers. His committee will hold a hearing on the report Tuesday. Meanwhile, VA employees who've tried to blow the whistle, like Joe Edger, will continue to wait in limbo, as veterans who served our nation continue to navigate a system where wrongdoing routinely goes unchecked."
So you don't think veterans are being well served by this process?
No, not at all. The amount of money and time wasted on my case alone is distracting administrators, doctors, nurses from providing care.
A VA spokeswoman issued a lengthy statement in response to the OIG report saying in part, quote, "VA appreciates the Inspector General's oversight and has been encouraging the IG to complete this work for some time, but it's important to note that this report largely focuses on OAWP's operations under previous leaders who no longer work at VA. But there's still no word on what, if anything's being done to address the situations of VA employees like Joe Edger, who are still out of their job after reporting complaints to the whistleblower office." Guys, back to you.
Tonight, a second senior VA leader is speaking publicly for the first time tonight. They're detailing allegations of harassment and retaliation by the top VA official in North Carolina and Virginia.
In May, we first introduced you to retired Lieutenant Colonel Joe Edger, who was forced from his job at the second in command of Regional VA office after reporting similar complaints. Well, despite that, his case hasn't been investigated, and his job and his boss, well, still on the job, the boss of that man. WBTV's chief investigative reporter, Nick Oxner, continues a year-long investigation into VA leadership that's driving away employees and failing our veterans.
Hell. That's exactly what it's been like every day.
This woman asked we not show her face or say her name. She's afraid she'll face additional consequences at work for blowing the whistle. Why did you decide now to speak out?
Well, I got tired of being intimidated, harassed, retaliated against.
She's a senior leader at the VA regional office covering North Carolina and Virginia, known as VISN 6. Deanne Seekins is the VISN director.
No, it's all fear and intimidation.
Are veterans well served by the leadership of VISN 6?
I would say no.
It all started, the whistleblower says, after she took action against Seekins while Seekins ran a VA medical center before she was the whistleblower's boss.
There was a case and she did not like the outcome. And she came to my office and told me she'd get even with me.
Deanne Seekins denied multiple requests to respond to these and other allegations. The whistleblower says she chose to talk to a reporter now, more than a year after she first filed a complaint with the VA's Office of Accountability and Whistleblower Protection, an office created by President Donald Trump to investigate whistleblower complaints and protect them from retaliation. But a new report released last month by the VA's watchdog found the Whistleblower Protection Office was doing the opposite, including improperly sending complaints back to VA officials being complained about and even retaliating against whistleblowers. So you've tried to blow the whistle internally.
Yes.
What's happened?
Nothing has happened.
In fact, this woman says, the VA's Whistleblower Protection Office called her and said the office had lost her complaint for more than a year. She says they found it just last week. This woman's case is one of 48 currently pending against the VISN 6 office as of October 1st, with some cases open for more than a year and a half. A spokesman for the VA refused an interview request, but sent a statement saying the new head of the whistleblower office, appointed earlier this year, has, quote, been actively working to make a number of improvements to OAWP's investigative process, including more timely and thorough investigations and better communication with whistleblowers. In a statement, the VA spokesman said the following, quote, the department encourages employees to identify problems and will not tolerate any efforts to retaliate against those individuals. But identifying as a whistleblower doesn't automatically give credence to someone's claims, nor does it shield them from accountability when they fail to uphold VA's values. So is this system working?
No. No, it seems that that the network director can do whatever she wants to do and can continue to get away with that without any repercussion to her.
Do you think people in Washington, the VA leadership, is aware of what she's doing?
Yes, I do believe that.
What do you think will happen to the VISN and to veterans in this region if this behavior is not stopped?
We will continue to lose the rest of the good employees at the VISN. Most of them have left.
Again, VISN Director Seekins declined our invitation to respond. Reporting in Durham, Nick Oxner, WBTV, on your side.